Happy Monday. Today is March 7th.
On today's show, we have a report about a special day we have coming up this week, as well as a report about March Book Madness.
This and more, so stay tuned. Hi, I'm Addie.
And I'm Campbell.
To start our show today, please stand and join us saying the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. This Sunday, the March Madness bracket for basketball will be coming out, and the first games will be played next week.
The bracket for March Book Madness has been out for a while, and the first round of voting started last week. Here's our librarian to tell you more about this fun event we do for March is Reading Month.
We are here with Ms. Boston to find out what's been going on with March Book Madness.
Thank you. So March Book Madness is a program that was started by two teachers in Ohio that I've been doing for the last few years. So they pick 16 books in each category, and then we have a chance to read as many of them as we can throughout the school year and vote on them when March starts. So the first week of March will be our first round of voting, and I can show you the brackets right now on the website.
When do we vote?
Yeah, so thank you. Depending on which bracket you want to vote on, I do want to point out there's a picture book bracket for younger kids or just for anybody that likes picture books. There's a middle grade and then there's YA. So I've been doing the YA and middle grade. Whichever ones you want to vote for in March on this website, which is just marchbookmadness.weebly.com, they're going to load a Google form each week. So each week you're going to vote between each pairing, and then a book will move on to that next spot until we get down on the last week of March to this spot for the ultimate champion book at the end. So each week, with kids from all over the world, which is really cool, it's not just us, we're going to vote and make that choice until we narrow it down.
Your books, and what's your favorite?
Yeah, so what I think my librarian prediction for which one I think is going to be the most popular and win is probably Ground Zero by Alan Gratz. That one is, I've talked about it a lot this year. It's been really hard to keep on the shelf, so if you see it on the shelf, grab it. It's about a kid who gets in trouble at school and gets suspended, so he has to go to work with his dad, and his dad works in a restaurant in the top of one of the towers of the World Trade Center on September 11th, 2001. So it's really hard. It's a really intense book. He wants to sneak down to the mall downstairs to buy something for his friend, so he's in an elevator with a bunch of strangers when the plane hits the building. And just knowing what happened on 9/11, but like seeing a firsthand account of some of those things that really happened, it is like there were parts where I yelled at my speakers because I was listening to the audiobook. I cried. It was intense, but it's such a good story and it's so important. And then one of the other ones that I really loved is called The In-Between, and that's probably the most scary one that we have on the list this year. That one is about a kid named Cooper, and he has a lot going on in his life. His dad left his family and is having a baby with his new wife, so he feels really replaced and he's angry. But on top of that, he has this creepy girl that moved in next door, and she just like sits on the swing and stares at him all the time but doesn't say anything. And then his little sister finds this mystery online that's actually a true story about a train crash in England that happened, and the only person who was not identified after the train crash was a body that was like curled up under a seat on the train. So in the story, the author writes it that no one's ever been able to solve the mystery, but the person had a crest on their sweater, and his little sister is like, Cooper, I think I can solve this mystery. And he's like, yeah, whatever. And she's like, no, really, I've seen that crest before. And he's like, yeah, okay, where? And she's like, on that girl that sits on her swing and stares at us all the time. It like gives me goosebumps. So it's got some creepy stuff to it, but also some real life hard things too. It's really well written. So those are my two favorites. But there's some great stuff. There's graphic novels, there's books in verse. If you like Muhammad Ali, Becoming Muhammad Ali is a great one for Black History Month too. It's a book in verse a lot like The Crossover, where it talks about how he went from being a normal kid to being a world champion boxer. So those are some of the highlights.
Book Madness books.
Yeah, so we actually have them on display right now in the library. So right here, you'll see we have the whole list of the YA selection and the middle grade one. So everything that's in right now is on the shelf, but if there's something on that list, if you look through it and see something and it's not here, we can get it on hold for you and get it for you as soon as possible.
Thank you so much, Ms. Boston. We're excited to find out which books win March Madness.
Remember to vote each week to help your favorite book advance to the next round.
Now over to this week's general announcements.
I'm Brandon.
And I'm Hillary. For lunch specials, Monday and Friday is Pasta Bar. Tuesday and Thursday is a half day for conferences, while Wednesday is Stir Friday.
Every Tuesday, there will also be a special of the day.
The Winter Olympics have not concluded. They are just starting here at Harbor Lights.
Similarly to how homerooms competed back in the day, we're going to have an Academy Olympics. Each week, we have a challenge tied to our Pride goals, and we will also have some fun challenges too.
Last week was opening ceremonies where you learned about the challenges and created an Academy flag.
This week, we are focusing on being prepared by coming to school with a charged Chromebook.
Now, we aren't talking about the kind of charge where you have like 5 minutes left. We're talking about fully charged Chromebook.
The more charge earns more points, so make sure to plug it in every night. Hopefully, this will get you in a permanent habit.
Friday academies will complete in tug of war, and there will also be hula hoop contests at lunch.
Teachers, make sure to keep track of your academy's points on the tracking sheet.
This Thursday is a half day for parent-teacher conferences. 8th graders, you remember that this from 6th grade. This is a day that all grade levels do something to be college, career, or life ready.
Here are the counselors to tell you more about the plans for that day.
Hi, I'm Vanessa, and today I'm going to be interviewing Miss Anderson and Miss Kong about the half-day career day. What will 6th graders be doing on the half-day?
So we have kind of a really fun half day for our 6th graders. They will be participating in something that we call Reality Store, and they will be getting kind of like a ledger and learning about how to budget and all that stuff. So that will be kind of their half day, and then they'll also have some Naviance activities and some team building stuff. So on that half day career day, they'll have lots of fun.
What will 7th graders be doing?
So our 7th graders will be participating in the Career Symposium. They'll actually be going to Mac Bay this year, so we'll walk over there, and they're going to be attending sessions to learn about different career opportunities, and we'll spend pretty much the whole day over there.
How will 7th graders pick what careers to learn about?
So we will be creating a Google Doc that 7th graders will fill out with the different presenters. They will attend 4 different sessions, so they're going to give us, 4 options, and we're going to try our best to match them in the ones that they choose. They'll be completing the form during academy time, and then we'll create their schedule for them.
What will 8th graders be doing on the half day?
So we also have a really exciting day planned for our 8th graders. Typically on our career day that day, we call it our 8th grade high school success day. So on that day, we have 5 different sessions that all of our 8th graders will attend and rotate through, where they'll learn about basic skills to succeed in high school. They'll get to talk to high school students. You'll get to meet the somebody from the athletic department to talk about sports and activities. So we have lots of fun things for our 8th graders to learn about, also post-secondary options, career line tech. So lots of things that will help prepare you as you're transitioning to high school.
Thank you, Ms. Kong and Ms. Anderson, for answering our questions, and thank you, Katie and Jonathan, for recording.
Students, please be respectful of the presenters that day. They are donating time from their workday to share about their job, share about opportunities in high school, or give some advice on how to budget as an adult.
We encourage students to possibly dress up in workday casual and to use this as an opportunity to practice making a good first impression. Maybe pretend you're at a job interview or actually going to your first real job.
There will be a special schedule for that day, and your academy teacher will share that with you on Thursday. Now over to sports for this week's game.
Thanks, I'm Luis.
And I'm Kevin. Let's start with girls basketball. The black team plays today against Reeds Puffers, and Wednesday they play Grand Haven. Both are at home.
The white team plays today Monday against Cityside at home and Wednesday against Mortar Shores away.
The wrestling team has a competition on Tuesday against Crestwood at home.
Boys swim and dive complete Tuesday away against Hamilton at home. This is the last regular meet before the last conference final.
The unified basketball team plays Friday against Holland Christian away.
Students, if you are planning on playing a spring sport, make sure you signed up in final forms and have paid the insurance.
The Panther Fund is available if there is a financial need. Just talk to Ms. Dyson, the athletics secretary, for a form.
Now back to the anchors.
We're having virtual conferences again this year. Your parents can still sign up with the link to create an appointment with each teacher. Conferences tomorrow from 5 to 8 and Thursday from 1 to 4 and 5 to 8.
Group picture day was rescheduled again for tomorrow, Tuesday. So if you're in a music class, club, student council, links, and more, check the schedule for your time for the group picture.
Thanks for watching and keep showing that Panther pride. Have a great day and go!